Hi there, welcome to Soulfully Illumined. Today's video, we are going into the new moon in Libra coming up at the end of the week. So I believe it's the 25th. Around the 25th, the energies are already coming in, and we just came out of this full moon in Pisces, which was pretty super and pretty intense at some moments. And it was interesting because, as I was pulling the cards for the pick a pile part of this video, the bottom of the deck, which to me always represents the collective, is this woman coming out of the water. So it's kind of like, it's perfect, isn't it? It's so perfect. The Piscean energy being about that water element and moving out into the beauty and balance and the harmony of Libra. Walking into this new chapter, walking into this new awareness and way of being, and really coming into the light. So, this new moon in Libra, I feel like it's been pretty intense. We have a lot of planets in retrograde, really asking us to slow down. Really asking us to reflect, revise, revisit, and moving us out of the past and into the new. And thus this new moon in Libra, which then taking all of these pieces of the puzzle that we've now, I'm hearing integrated, and really creating more harmony and more balance into our daily experience. And, Libra is so supportive for that. And I feel like this energy for this new moon is very supportive, is very light, is airy, is, just, it feels good. And this energy is there to support us in this harmony. So I notice right now, my eyes went to her left hand going to her left breast. And the left breast, or the breast, is about support. Left breast being about nurturing oneself. And that's kind of what I'm getting here too, which is this sense of being in your environment in a way that it supports you. And of course, there is that balance of that giving and that receiving. But what is your balance right now? What is that balance within your physical reality or your reality that really fills up your vessel? And that could be your physical vessel, right? Where it feels more stronger, where it feels more beautiful, where it feels more alive. That could be your mental vessel and what you're putting into your mind to really allow you to expand and feel yourself in your power in your here and now, or even your emotional vessel. This is the time to really just start anew and purify those pieces of the puzzle that is you into a more, I'm hearing beautified, but the thing is, the word beautified, I don't necessarily mean in a beautified physical state. I'm just saying overall beautified. What makes you feel wonderful? What makes you feel good? That kind of state. So it's really interesting because we are moving forward, and if you watch that last video about that full moon, I was talking about like the energies just swirling around, and it feels like moving into this new moon, it's a lot lighter, it's not so chaotic, because we're moving into a time, and I'm seeing this 1-2, right? The 12. And to me, that reminds me of the 1-2, 1-2, taking it one step at a time. And so it is about taking it one step at a time and really just moving through the chaos, moving through the noise, moving through the storm, all right? And really staying focused on your goals. So it's a beautiful time of, I'm hearing, creation, of expansion, and allowing things to unfold the way they are meant to, but your control, your power resides within you, and holding that space, holding that knowing, holding that power and balance and harmony. It's a really, really interesting time. You know, it really is. And I'm getting, you're going to see the disharmony in some aspects of your life. But you know what? This is a new moon and a new beginning. So you have that power to make that shift and really make it work for you. Enjoy this new moon, my friends. It'll be a nice one. So for this pick a pile part of this reading, we have 3 piles. We have number 1, which is the rose quartz pile. We have number 2, which is the yellow calcite, or pile 3, which is the cornelian crystal. So go ahead and feel into those 3 piles, and I will see you at your pile. Hey there, pile 1, welcome. If you picked the rose quartz crystal, this reading is for you. So let's go into the energies, the major themes for you as far as how the energies are impacting you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And right away, I'm drawn to her eye in this under Fury and Bushfire. And what I'm getting is this awakening for you, this awakening of the way things have been or the way that they are, which is a reflection of the past, and really just transmuting it and shifting it and changing it so it better serves you, and really just letting go of the old so you can allow the new in. Energetically, what I'm getting is like this whole transformatory, is that even a word? It is in Sheena's dictionary. Excuse me. But it's like this, the energies that are coming in for you are really supportive for transmutation, transformation, and really shifting and moving things away and rebalancing the way that you not only see things, but the way that you're experiencing things in your life. So from a mental capacity, what I'm getting here is a shift of your thoughts and reshaping the way that you're actually thinking about things. I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity during this period, pile 1, and that clarity is going to show you how your thoughts have manifested into form, how your thoughts have created the experience that you have been experiencing. And that's going to allow the wheel to shift, allow the changes to happen. It's just by you seeing a higher perspective, pile 1. And so energetically, I feel like I'm just getting this change, like this word, it says connection and the biome. Your whole world is changing, but for you, I feel like you're going to feel more of it internally and be more aware of those things that have not been serving you. So if you start seeing things around you that aren't serving you and they're piling up, know that it's just spirit just showing you all the things that aren't working for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that your life's not working for you. It's just that's being amplified for your eyes to see right now. So you can shift it and make those changes so that way life is more supportive for you. Pile 1. You have a 10 here. You're at a completion of a cycle, pile 1. I feel like you've been carrying a large load, a lot of karmic load that you've been transmuting as part of being a collective citizen, I should say. And you're releasing it. Know this emotionally, pile 1, as you're releasing this stuff, there may be some anger that comes up. Like I'm getting a lot of the fire here and a lot of the fiery red clouds coming up here. As you're burning away the old, that fire may come up. And part of it might be that anger, that resentment, just another layer of that emotion coming up to be released to give you that extra fuel to really let it go for good. So you know, be soft and gentle and nourishing towards yourself at this point, Pile 1, because it's just a moment of transmutation. You're just releasing the old. Now, with connection in the biome, number 1, some of you might be seeing how certain things have happened and played out the way that they've played out, and seeing the connection in everything and how it's really formulated certain aspects of your life, certain aspects of who you are and how you are in the world. Okay? The 44 brings forth that that expression, the angel numbers of, as I say that, it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds on my clock. And it's just about really that this time of your life is really divinely guided, Pile 1. This time is for you to really just see certain things, and because it's like Spirit wants you to really let that go. It's part of your journey. This moment is a part of your journey. And by that I mean it's, I don't know, it was written that you get to this culmination point where you've seen, it's like, yeah, this culmination point where you see where how everything relates to each other, and how the interconnectedness of all things and how it makes this one sphere. And for some of you, it is really going to expand the way you see your world. Now let's go into the Psychic Tarot deck, and let's see what the Psychic Tarot deck, what Spirit has to say about your physical reality for this new moon in Libra, Spirit, for Pile 1's physical reality. All right, Pile 1. So we have the Awareness card, which is it the Fool? It's a 0. No, it's not a 0. It's the Magician card. That's in reverse. And then we have the Sacrifice, which is the Hangman card, upright. I feel like there's a lot of things that you really wanted to manifest, Pile 1, but Spirit has taken you in different directions, in directions that have been really important for your spiritual life. But that egoic mind, the human part of you wanted to go in a certain direction. So it may have been a little disappointing to your human self, where certain things may have not played out the way that you would have liked them to play out. But what I'm getting here with the 12 and the 3, there are certain steps that are necessary in order for you to receive your wish fulfillment. And there were steps that your egoic mind doesn't understand, but you will understand. You'll start to see now through this new moon period of how your thoughts, that Libra energy, that air element of your thoughts and the harmony of thought. And for you, it's like you're going to start to see where that disharmony, that dis-ease has been in the mind, and how it's led to certain aspects of your life. When you start to see it, you can start to make the change and really turn around this reverse magician and really focus on what's coming to you versus what you think you want. Do you get the difference, Pile 1? What we think we want isn't necessarily what our heart truly wants or what wants to come through us. And so when we take that egoic part out of the equation, it's a whole different experience. This is the time where you start to see that, where you've gotten in your own way with things. Really, really good and really, really powerful. Because when you know that, that just changes you and in turn lights you up. We have the Hope card here. I believe it's the Star card. But what I get with this card is just this awareness is going to light you up, open you up. And here I'm getting, like, to me, that looks like the sun, and then we have the biome. And it's the shift, this mindset shift that will change the way you think about things, and therefore how you see things, and therefore how you create in this world with the Material Harvest card. There's something that's coming through with you, for you, pile one, that's going to help you to really see clearly why certain things were the way that they were. Let's get some clarifiers for pile one, please, Spirit. For pile one, please. Thank you. With the victory card, I'm hearing you had it all along. You had it all along. So, bottom of the deck, indecision. You may not know which way to go, pile one. It may not be clear which direction to take at this point. No, that's okay, because there's some work that you are working through and moving through, okay, transmuting. It's like you've been stuck in the shadow for a long time, for a while, and it's all good. We get stuck there sometimes, you know, we get stuck there, but you're moving into a space of light. You're moving into a space of just greater awareness, and as I said earlier, expansion, because things, as I said before, you know, when you're in the shadow, it's easy. It gets very comfortable. Even in the light, wherever you are, it gets very comfortable. But you are moving into change, all right? You're moving into a change where, you know, before maybe you were looking at other things outside of yourself for satisfaction, of things that make you happy, and you're actually moving into a different time of just really understanding and seeing who you are and the value that you hold for yourself and with others. You're going to gain greater clarity, pile one, through this new moon about how best to move forward on your path and which ways will give you greater fulfillment. With the feathers, watch out for feathers, watch out for signs, pile one. I feel like Spirit, your guides will be giving you messages at this point and during this process to help give you further clarity. You're going through a transformation, pile one, and that mind of yours and the way that you kind of thought, your thought processes, how you formed your thoughts, that's all shifting and changing. You may be revisiting some old patterns. You will be, it feels like, revisiting some old patterns, thought patterns, past experiences, and it's like you're going to be seeing it a different way and burning away the old. I feel like little is known for you right now, pile one, as far as your future and what's next. And it's kind of like there's a reason for it. It's because you're still kind of finalizing the blueprints. You're still, you know, it's kind of like when you're building a house, you have the drawings first, right? And you got to kind of finalize, you got to clear out this wall and that wall and fix this wall. You're still finalizing the drawings. So don't worry too much about that. Because right now it's like they're just kind of saying this is the moment that matters. This is where you're in power because you are redoing, you're reshifting your foundation. And as you do that, the world shifts around you. the world will shift around you. You're coming out of the muck, pile one. You're coming out of the darkness, and you're moving into a light, which is an entirely different way of being and manifesting. And so it's like, don't look back, keep having faith and keep moving forward, because this new energy is bringing in new light for you, new inspiration, new awarenesses. All right, that's going to bring forth material harvest. All right, just be open-minded. All right, so that's your reading, pile one. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give it a like if you did, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, hi there, pile two. Welcome. If you picked the yellow calcite crystal, this reading is for you. Your first card, major theme, the soul, passion. Love that. Love that for you, pile two. Put that there. Okay, so mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, this is where we're starting off with. How are these energies impacting you? So first, what I get is purification. There's a purification of the old, a letting go of the old, a releasing of the old. But I feel like this one is kind of like a continuation of pile one. And it's kind of like you're seeing things with fresh eyes. And as a result of that, it's just this feeling of relief that comes over me as I see this card. It's like this, wow, I see clearly now, are the words that I get. I understand now. I really see the light. It's this settling in to this newer level of your evolution, pile two. It's like, especially with the 1-4, it's like having this firm foundation in this newer level of existence. So there may be some emotional releases happening for you, pile two, and that's a result of just kind of like the shedding of the old, the residual old, a letting go of the old. Allowance that's happening. And as a result of this letting go, you see all these trees and how they look all dry and stuff like that. It's almost like this emotional release or up-leveling is then fertilizing some old trees, some old things that you wanted to grow and that may not have grown as well as you had hoped. So you may find that you have shifted during this time, or you have been shifting, and some newness might be coming in for you, pile two, or a renewal of something old. So for example, people from your past returning, old projects now just, being inspired to kind of work on them again, or them kind of popping up, something like that, along that lines. But regardless, within you, pile two, I feel like this period is going to be this revitalization of you, your energies, and ultimately your passions. And so as a result of this clearing that's happening, it's really creating this expansion for you energetically, pile two, and just opening up your eyes and your mind and your awareness to a greater level of who you are, okay, in this amazing universe and multiverses. But also, I feel like it's just going to get you more in touch with more of your gifts. All right? So that's for some of you. And then also there's another level of it that I'm seeing where it's like just seeing the world as entirely different, in an entirely different way. That's what I'm getting here. Like, look at this eye, right? And then if you go beyond the trees, you have the universe. It's like seeing beyond what's here in your awareness and going beyond it to something so much more vast. I feel like it's going to open up a lot more for you, pile 2, your awareness, which we both know, like, when your awareness opens up, it's like, damn, the world is your oyster. What else can I do? What else can I experience? What else is going to bring me joy? Enjoy that emotion. Enjoy that feeling of opportunities that you can do anything. Because that in turn will lead you forward. I'm using, if you didn't watch the collective reading, you may want to check that one out. This was the bottom of the deck, so for the collective. And then I don't know, I was just looking at it. And then under that was the sun, which is crazy, right? This time for you of just awareness and curiosity is really key. There may be moments where you need to be brave, how to, because you're walking a path that's unknown to you. That's the Tower card, but look at him. He's like so like tight and closed off, and of course he's gonna like bust open because there's like too much pressure. And I feel like it's just like, don't veer in that direction, pile 2. Don't veer in this direction. Let this go, the mental anxiety, and just stay here in full awareness of what's around you with a heart open and curiosity in the mind. But let's see what else wants to come through with the Psychic Tarot deck. For pile 2, please, Spirit, for this new moon in Libra. What do you got? Lovely. Hope. A lot of yellow, pile 2. Personal power. Definitely arising. Okay, so we have the bottom of the deck, which is sacrifice. Okay, which is the Hanged Man, and underneath that is the awareness. I guess I didn't shuffle it that well, but everything's meant to be as it is. Some of these cards were in pile 1, that's why I say that. Okay, where are we going? There's a lot of yellow. That's where I was starting with. A lot of yellow, so a lot of like solar plexus stuff, realizing how strong you are, realizing how resilient you are, pile 2. It's like you've come through the muck and you're like that lotus flower that comes up through the muck and just opens right up. It's like you're so much braver and stronger than you know. Like you working through the shadow element, pile 2, that's like peanuts for you. Like that's easy for you. I know it may not have felt easy at times, but your soul, it's easy for you. Good news is that you're moving into a brighter time, like all that yellow. It's like you're moving towards the sun, and that sun is you. The sun is a solar plexus. This new moon energy is really lighting you up in a way that really works for you, that creates greater harmony within you. You may have had, well, that makes sense, with like September and August, the way that the energies have been flowing. It's like you've been maybe inwards, really just inwards, and shifting the energies from within. And as a result of doing a lot of that hard work, pile 2, I feel like you're really lighting up to a grander scale. And that in turn is helping you to move forward. It's helping you to see clearly as to which path to go, but also to see clearly about who you are. It's kind of like pile 2, if you're clairvoyant, or even clairsentient, follow what feels good, follow the light, follow what's bright, because it's like that's what's going to take you home. That's where it's going to take you. That's what's going to take you to uncharted waters. I'm hearing the unknown, something that you haven't done yet, things that you haven't experienced yet. And it's almost like there's an aspect of you that's afraid of that. But something that your soul longs for, pile 2. You have a 1-7, which is an 8. You've done a lot of that spiritual growth, moving into a point of balance, and that's really key during this new moon. This state of movement forward and allowing yourself to be led at this point. Oh, pile 2, this is really great. This is a real great moment with you and Spirit to really allow Spirit to show you certain things about your life. And it's like you've built a greater connection to Spirit over these last months or years or whatnot that's really helped you to be able to move forward in confidence. Trust that you are ready, is what I'm getting. Trust that you are ready. We're going to continue for some clarifiers with the Energy Oracle deck. See, look at that, Door to Spirit. Magician and the Mirror, and Indecision. You can't get it wrong, pile 2. You cannot get it wrong. So notice the difference, first off, between the bottom of the decks here. You have Sacrifice, and then you have Anxiety. Two very different, almost opposing forces, right? There's like a letting go and opening, and then there's like anxiety, friction, stress, mental anguish going on there. And it's almost like coming back to center. It feels like pile 2 with you, it's been like you've been at two extremes to some degree. You're coming back to center. You're really grounding. That's what it comes down to. So let me explain this. Sometimes the energies, the info comes so fast, and I'm just trying to keep up with it. So I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place here. But what I'm getting here is like you spent moments really up and connected to Spirit. Okay, really connected to Spirit. Like you can get up there, pile 2. And then you go to the other extreme of being in the physical and the heaviness, and then therefore mental anguish, stress, worry, right? About the unknown, about your life, about how you're going to create it, being indecisive, wondering if you can do it, and so forth. But then look at the center of it, right? Of these two extremes. You have the soul, passion, and to me right now I'm hearing the word focus. Not on up there, not on down there, but right here, right in the moment. Right in the moment. How perfect is that? And look, to me, he's like the scales. It's like you're bringing the energies from up there down to center, and you're bringing what's here in your reality up a notch. So that way they can meet right in the center. And you know what that center point is, my friend? Well, for me, what I'm getting right now is that heart. Follow that heart, pile 2. It knows the way. You know the way. And so by following that heart, it's going to give you that positive movement forward. You got a lot of 8s, guys. Like, look at that. 53, 8, 8. It's just about you coming back to balance with yourself. It's like not getting in your mind and worrying about this, about your physical reality so much, but then not going up to the sky and being up, you know, with Spirit up in the skies too much. It's about taking that and grounding it. And you have that infinity symbol right there. And for some of you, it's about taking that mental natter those worries, those doubts, and channeling it constructively into something creative. This is a really interesting time, pile 2. I'm getting downloads, like there's downloads coming in for you if you're paying attention. Some of you may get some new insight, new inspiration, new ideas for you to utilize in your day or as a creative project or career. Be open. I feel like the door's open for you, pal, too, and there's a lot of energy flowing in, so it's about you embracing it and you just being really present. You don't need to go up high to channel, to be in meditation, to channel spirit and whatnot. You don't have to be here in the physical hustling to get things done in this square box. It's like, just be present in your day and you're going to be guided. Okay? Yeah, because the opportunities are about to flow in for you, pal, too. They really are. Okay, so that's your reading, pal, too. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Do give it a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't, but feel called to. Thanks again for watching, and have a great, great new moon in Libra. Bye. Hey there, pal 3. Welcome. So if you picked the cornelian crystal, this reading is for you for this new moon in Libra. Let's get into it. So the card that I pulled for you, that makes complete sense. It says to make equal the equator. Perfect Libran energy, right? The balance, the balancing of the extremes. And for you, pal 3, what I'm getting here is this new collaboration with you and your shadow. There's some things that are going to come up during this new moon, pile. Well, first off, let's get into the energies, please. Let's get into the energies. This is a time of change for you, pal 3. Okay, so there's a lot coming in right now. It's crazy. So this is a month, this is a time of change for you. From an energetic standpoint, what I'm getting is like static. I feel like you're going to get a lot of things being bombarded by a number of things at once, pile 3. And like there's a lot of static because it's just, there's this shifting that's happening energetically that's still kind of releasing the old. Now, from a mental standpoint, I kind of feel like that shadow, that dark, I don't like saying darker aspect because like it's not really like there's assets for both, really, the light and the shadow. So let's just call it your shadow. Like your shadow may be whispering in your ear, pal 3, and wanting to be known. And that's okay. Give it the respect that it deserves, because you know what? The shadow is so important to get things done and to be here. It's an aspect of ourselves, and we do have to nurture both aspects. And I feel like your shadow's wanting to express itself, pal 3. And so listen, give it that unconditional love. Give yourself that unconditional love, because I feel like she or he has something to show you. Now, you may have been, patience is a virtue, my friend, is what I'm getting. It's that Saturn. So with this card, you can kind of see how like the shadow is pointing to the Saturn here. And to me, it's like she's whispering in her ear something about the way that she's been doing something, the way that she's been experiencing something. So this time, pile 3, is about you and you. It's about this beautiful dance, this beautiful dance with the relationship between you and you, right? But I feel like you've done the shadow work before, pile 3, but this is another level of it. The shadow work isn't really about like fighting it. It's about like really just relaxing and just being with it. It's like two best friends coming together and having a chat. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting with it. And you may not want to because you may be in a rush to get some things done, pile 3, but it's like this is such a key for your foundation, for having a firm foundation in this reality. And you see, it's the dance, it's the collaborative affair between these two aspects of you that will get things done. Okay, let's go a little further into the Psychic Tarot deck for pile 3, please, Spirit, for this new moon. Okay. You can see how that card just kind of moved to show me the bottom of this card, which is a spiritual union. Isn't that funny? Okay. So we have bottom of the deck, fertility, which is the Empress card right here. And then right underneath that is the spiritual union, which is the Two of Cups. And to me, it's like your Two of Cups, that spiritual union between you and you. Fertility, the Empress card, about being in, what I'm getting here with the 3 is authentic expression and really just being that beautiful soul that you are and knowing your power, knowing your worth, and so forth. There's a piece of the puzzle within yourself, pile 3, that you've been missing. And it's not an easy one to find, meaning it's an easy one to track, like know that you're missing. But there's a part of your foundation that's been missing, that's coming towards you during this time of this new moon. It's important information that's part of the shadow element. See how we have the horse here, how it's a dark horse? To me, that matches here, your shadow. There's a piece of your shadow that wants to make something known to you, pile 3. For some of you, it's a bit, well, I think for most of you, it's your thought patterns, how you've been thinking things, how certain things have been structured in your thought forms. All right. This is important because you're doing some fine-tuning work, pile 3, that's just really going to help you to propel forward. All right. It's fine-tuning, but it's so important in the union between you and yourself. Be open to what she has to share with you, pile 3. To make equal. To make equal, to line up, to allow. So I'm saying these words out loud because it's just kind of coming to me. And because it might mean something different for all of you. But it's also changing. This time is changing the approach to how you are living your life, pile 3. You're going to find, and yeah, look at that. Look at that. You have foundation and achievements in reverse. And then on top of that, you have happy family, which is like the house. It's the foundation. Crazy. For pile 3, please, Spirit. This new moon in Libra. And then you have the horse again. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay. One more card, please, Spirit. What is up with you guys getting the Magician and the Mirror? Pile 2 got it too. And then we have Door to Spirit. Okay, I swear I shuffled these cards. You'll start to feel a momentum forward, pile 3. As you start to see things a little bit more clearly, as you start to integrate more of the shadow, I feel like this new moon, it's almost like give it a couple of days into this new moon, and then you'll start to feel that momentum pulling you forward. Pile 3. You're going to know, like you're going to gain some clarity through your shadow, the reasons why things have not moved forward. It's almost like through the collaboration with, you know, that shadow element as well as spirit, you're going to understand why things did not move forward in certain key areas of your life or certain projects, certain things you were doing. Be open and observant during this time because it's going to show you. Life's going to show you. You got a 7 and you got the 1-7. You may want to look out for, you know, this spirit number 7 or 717. If those pop up, pay extra attention to what's going on in that moment. Also 5 or 555 might be another one for you. Now, for some of you, it's about relationships and why there's certain pieces of your relationships that are missing. It could be issues with relationships with a mother or a child. It could be a relationship that you've just been lacking in your life. Or if you've been wanting a family, something like that. You may see or understand. And for some of you, start to feel or experience what that would look like. Did I just jump into 2 different spaces with that sentence? I might have pile 3. So should I just say that again? You may see why things didn't work out in certain relationships, okay? Certain thought processes, certain things that just were wired in your brain to look at things in a certain way. But on the contrary, you may actually in your physical reality, pile 3, may actually start to see your family or that person or manifest in your life, or even like those relationships getting better. Be open is really what I'm getting. It's like you've been working on manifestation for a long time, pile 3, and it's like you're almost there. Door to spirit. The door is open, and it's like you'll feel the momentum pulling you forward give it a couple days, by the end of the month to early October, okay? But it's like, everyone, I feel like every pile got this card. It's ridiculous. It's the scales, right? And I'm being drawn to, for you, pile 3, the mind and even the crown. You'll be getting some downloads during this time, pile 3. Some understandings, key wisdom, certain things like that. That's going to help to keep you in balance. That's going to give you that clarity and that mental state to allow you to keep in balance. For some of you, it'll be greater ideas and understandings. I'm seeing coins, just like with pile 3. Pile 2, I was saying, see how to make something happen, how to alchemize something into form. For some of you, it's about where you go into extremes and how to bring that to center, how to bring that into greater harmony. Remember, you are the magician of your own life, right? Spirit's showing you things. It's up to you to be the creator and create it your way. It's interesting. We have like here, the fertility, and then we have the magician. We have the feminine energy here, and then we have the masculine. See how her hands are in, being in a receptive state. His is out, ready to be in a doer state. So for some of you, it might be your flow in life. It's about when is it time to give, when is it time to receive, and just really getting into greater flow, greater balance within yourself, and movement forward in a way that feels good in the body, feels good in the mind, feels good in the emotions, hence the spiritual union. When you're in alignment, when you're balanced, watch out, pile 3. You're moving forward. You're really moving forward. And for you, pile 3, you're moving into some interesting times of like really Greater heights is what I'm getting. Greater heights. You're an adventurer, pile 3. That's what I'm really sensing with you. You are an adventurer. It's just, you're just fixing, not fixing, but you're just completing like the last pieces of the puzzle. Okay? But do expect change this new moon, pile 3. You got a lot of 5s going on, so do expect change. All right? Good ones. All right, so that is your reading. Thank you for watching. Do give it a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. I do appreciate you watching, and have a wonderful new moon in Libra. Bye-bye.